Hello, welcome back to Financial Therapies. I know it's been a while, but I have an exciting New Year's 2021 challenge for you where we have 5 digestible steps to take to start your journey to financial freedom for the new year. To be successful with this challenge, you'll have to follow the next 5 steps and commit yourself to going through with this challenge. I've included worksheets for you to fill out that will help you to stay on track with this challenge as well. Despite how 2021 turns out, you can be in control of your finances in your life. So, if you're ready, then let's get started, right? Let's New Year approaches. I know a lot of people are reflecting on the current year and planning for the coming year. 2020 has been the most unusual year with lots of emotions and changes for everyone. You've been evaluating life for the most part this year, right? Because everything's been so different. And I'm pretty sure you're hoping that 2021 would bring much better news and a sense of normalcy again. So during this reflection period, you're probably thinking about all the things that you've done, or everything that you could have done, and what you shouldn't have done. At the same time, we're all gearing up for this new year and we're hoping that it brings a do-over and we're setting our goals for what's coming. So as you think about your financial situation and what you want to accomplish in 2021, I want to talk to you a little bit about the importance of knowing where you stand currently with your finances before you get started on your plan for the future. Sometimes we get so caught up and excited really about setting goals, and we have these big plans that we want to all the things that we want to accomplish. We forget to take a moment to really understand where we stand currently. Your financial life is literally like a GPS. You need to know both your current location and your destination in order to create the best route to get there. So the first step of your challenge is to know your financial status by taking stock of your financial accounts and know exactly where you stand as of today. So take a deep breath, carve out some time to get intimate with your money. Do whatever you need to do to feel relaxed and comfortable. Don't be too scared to look at the numbers because sometimes, we avoid it because we just don't want to know what's there. But in order for you to really take control of your finances, you got to know what's going on, right? So use this worksheet that's included here so that you can list all of your incomes, which is basically everything that you have coming in. Then you list all of your debt and obligation. That's all the money that's going out that you owe. Include like the interest rates and the total balances as well on this worksheet. And then list your assets as everything that you own. So if you have any retirement accounts, mutual funds, savings, the value of your home, any properties or interests that you have coming in. So list those into the things that you own, and all of that information will give you a really good snapshot of your financial situation, and it helps you, it gives you clarity of where you're starting. And sometimes like we don't want to look at these numbers because we think, oh, it's going to be really horrible. But most of the times it's not as bad as it seems. And once you take control and look at it, then like that big fear of this thing that's out there, it's is eliminated because now you know exactly where you are. So knowing where you are will help you to carve out the plan for your destination. So you're brave, and I know you can do this. Take the time, get to know your money as your first challenge, and know your financial status, and be ready for challenge number 2. So challenge number 2 is to take things one step further to know your past. Our spending can reveal a lot about our lives. It shows what's important to us and the things that we value. This step in the money challenge is for those who really want to understand their spending habits and know themselves better financially, that is, right? You and your money are now in a totally different relationship, one that is intimate and connected, where there's no secret between you two. So, in addition to knowing where you stand with your finances, we want to know where your money went this past year, or at least minimum the past 3 months. Like this exercise could shed light on your spending habits and your money behaviors. And it could be scary, to be honest, for people to look at where their money went, especially if you didn't have a budget or a spending plan for your money this past year, or maybe you had one, you created one, but you didn't bother to stick to it. I promise you that looking at your spending habits can be very insightful in showing you whether your spending aligns with your current values, your desires, plans, and goals. This exercise is not meant to promote any feelings of regret, resentment, or guilt or anger towards yourself. I know you're probably still going to feel that way anyways, and that's okay. If those emotions come, feel whatever you're feeling, process it, but don't dwell on it too much, right? Because there's nothing you can do about the past. The ultimate goal is to take steps to change your future, and the purpose of this exercise really to bring awareness to where your money is going, so that you could make better changes for your future. Now, the third part of the challenge is to know yourself better. So, we talked about getting intimate with your money. We talked about knowing where you are currently financially. Now it's time to know yourself better. So here with financial therapy, we talk about money and the mind, right? And so one good thing to think about when you're trying to figure out how you relate to money is to look into how you develop your relationship with money. We know that money is a necessity for life, and it's not just something that we trade for goods and services. It means more, like it's interwoven in every single part of our lives. So that is why I've said that before. I've said this before, that if your money life is in shambles, then it affects the rest of your life as well. So, and the way that we relate to money parallels other relationships that we have in other areas of our lives. So, in this challenge, you are encouraged to look into identifying your money script or your money story, which is basically the subconscious beliefs that you hold about money that all stem from your childhood and past experiences. And based on those experiences, we all grow up to assign specific meanings to money. This major step in your journey to financial peace and freedom will really give you understanding into your emotions and what's driving your money behaviors and decisions. And getting to the root cause of those actions is really going to help you to make some sustainable changes to your financial life. I have a link on the document, or I'll put it below, where you could take a free money personality test. Now, for challenge number 4, you have to know your destination. This is where we talk about goal setting. You've already done the exercise and the first challenge to know where you are currently with your finances. Now you need to take stock of where you are in all other areas in your life and set your goals for them. So the best way to do this is to define your goals in these areas, such as like in your professional life, your family life, financial, spiritual. You may be thinking about your short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals as you create your bucket list of goals. The most important part of goal setting is to identify your goals based on your true values. Society, our culture, our community, even our own insecurities and confusion can lead us to chase goals that are really not aligned with who we truly are or want to be. We want to avoid going after things that we think we should be accomplishing, or the things that we think will make us successful to the world. That's really empty success that will not lead to any peace or happiness, and we don't want to go there at all. So instead, reflect on what you really want and what is valuable and important to you. What does financial freedom and financial peace mean to you? No shame here for whatever you come up with, right? whatever kind of life that you want for your life and your kids, then think about that and prioritize those goals too. Because I'm pretty sure you're going to come up with a lot of them. So, what is most important to you? So, getting clear on your goals will help you to make the right decisions that are aligned with your true self. And check out the goals template that's also included here to help you get started on your goal setting. Now, challenge number 5 is to know your path. And this last challenge, you get to create your financial plan to achieve the goals that you have set up for yourself. In the last challenge, the steps that you follow here for your financial plan is a very personal one because they are based on your current financial situation and your specific goals. Generally speaking, to complete a financial plan on your own, you will need to create a plan for your money. Basically, you need to plan for where your money is going. So the first part of creating a financial plan is to create a budget. This is the step where you think about where your money should be going. You could call it a budget, a spending plan, a cash flow plan, whatever you want to call it. I know some people are really against the term budget. It scares them for some reason. But to be honest, if you want to change your financial life, you have to get used to financial terms and not allow emotions to dictate your decisions. And so nowadays, you are actually in control of your money and your emotions, not the other way around. The purpose of the budget is literally to tell your money where it's gonna go in advance. That is it, right? You in control of where it goes from now on. It's no longer going to tell you where it went. You make those decisions ahead of time and you direct your money a specific amount to a specific place. For example, if one of your goals is to pay off credit card debt, you will send your money to this debt, not to the restaurant, not to Amazon, not to the mall, but to that specific debt. And that is what a budget will do for you. If your goal is to save money for retirement or for college or for your kids or for a down payment on a home, then you send money to those accounts and nowhere else. I guess the opposite of of that is you tell your money where it's not gonna go as well, right? Since you create a plan to tell it where it's gonna go, then it shouldn't be going anywhere else that's not on the list. So this will reduce any unhealthy and unplanned spending and cut unnecessary expenses. I've included a free budget template here for you as well. The next step is to manage your expenses and debt. So you want to stop any destructive money behavior. So if certain decisions and behaviors are not aligned with your goals and your plans and they don't contribute to them, then they need to be eliminated. You will need to take control of your expenses and create a plan to reduce and eventually eliminate your debt. The next thing you need to think about is your emergency fund. If you don't have much saved up right now for unexpected expenses, this is one of the most important steps to take. You want to have some money saved up to be able to handle unplanned situations. An emergency can derail your progress and it could demotivate you if you really don't have provision in place to take care of it. So aim for minimum 3 months of expenses in your emergency fund, but it should really be between 6 to 12 months. So the more you could save for that, the better, but minimum 3 months. Next, think about your retirement. Despite how amazing your job is, there's going to be a time in the future where you don't want to have to work for money. You want to work. You could work if you want to, but you don't want to have to work, and you need to start saving for retirement. And you have lots of options for your retirement, right? If you have a job that helps you with 401k contribution or matching, then you can contribute your 401k, your Roth, your traditional IRA, and then you use that money and you invest it in mutual funds and all types of investment products to help your money grow for your future. The next thing to think about is life insurance. Yeah, we don't want to think about the morbidity of our lives, but things happen and we don't know when life will change. So it is important to have a plan in place, especially if you have young children or people that depend on you. You want to make sure that you have a safety net in place so that if something were to happen to you, then they will be provided for. And I also want to talk about, other investments, right? If you're doing well, you're following these plans, eventually you're going to get to a place where you have more disposable income that you will be, and that will be available for investments. So you could put that money into all types of, investment vehicles that exist out there, from stocks, bonds, mutual funds, index funds, business interests, and any type of investment that are out there that you're interested in. And lastly, we want to talk about estate planning. This is another thing that most people don't really want to talk about. We're not going to be around forever, so you want to have a plan in place for what will happen to your assets, your children, and or if you were to be sick, then you cannot make any health decisions for yourself, then you want to put some measures in place to take care of those situations. And to create a will or a trust, you could have access to LegalZoom. I think LegalZoom could help you with that. So congratulations on finishing the 5-step challenge to transforming your financial life for the year 2021. I really hope this information will help you to start thinking about the steps that are required to change your financial life. So take your time going through these steps. Ideally, if you can, try to go over them and complete them before the new year. But whenever you watch this video, is great. You can start wherever you can. And I'm here if you need a personal accountability partner. This is what I do. I could be your coach, and contact me for a session so that we could see if we're a good fit and how I could help you to achieve those goals on a personal level. Thank you, and I'm wishing you the best for 2021. Have a blessed new year. Bye bye.